So this big sculpture is probably the easiest to understand out of all of the options. I decided to make a Monstera leaf planter, and I used cardboard just like our pizza box tops and other things. I think these were just packages or something. Oh, another pizza box, and then another kind of package. And I drew out all of my designs. I worked on each of my leaves individually. I colored them, and then I used my hot glue gun to glue them together. You could go in with your liquid glue if you want to. I used colored pencils to add color to mine. You could use crayon or marker or even paint. I liked the texture of the colored pencils, and I wanted to use a simple supply that you might have available to you. And then I went in and tried to make sure that where I had my pieces overlapping, there was a sturdy kind of backing. I did add a brace on some of these. So this is very similar to our smaller kind of tag board project, but with this, you could really let your imagination go wild. You could make masks out of cardboard, you could make self-portraits, you could make cars and guitars and ukuleles, anything you want, so you can really go wild, and then you can add color to it if you would like to. This is the only option, with the exception of the toilet paper tubes, that have color. So this project you can use color with, the toilet paper tubes you can use color with, but the other two projects that you have options are only the cardboard with maybe Sharpie and white. So these must stay in the simple color palette, but then you can go wild with these. So there's not too much to describe with this. I drew out my designs. I cut them out just using a regular old scissors. So when you're using cardboard to cut out, it is helpful to draw your designs first, because you may not have a ton of cardboard ready. And I prefer a thicker or sturdier pair of scissors. If you do not have those available, make do with what you have. And when you cut it out, I am going to add some of the little kind of splits that my Swiss cheese plant has. And I'm going to use my smaller scissors for that. With thicker pieces of cardboard, it is hard to cut little circles on the inside, so you may want to stick to simpler shapes and layer them. And then remember to recycle the cardboard that you use or use up. That's all the scrap cardboard, because even though we're cutting this up, it is still recyclable. And then before I start coloring, I'm going to erase my pencil lines. And then for this, I just went in, like I said, with colored pencil, and I added lots of color. I glued everything on the back. I could even use the back side of this, so you could draw things in reverse. But that is about it for this project. I don't think you need me to go into too much detail, but I can do smaller group demos of this on our Google Hangouts if you would like to see some.